campfire time again.
Campfire.
Hold on, wait. I got to check an important, very important business. I know you're a Georgia fan, right? Can somebody tell me what the score is right now?
10-3.
It's not 2-2 for sure. Georgia's on a bye week. Y'all are on a probably rehab week. You better rest up. You know, if we'd have played Florida at home, just like those dogs, man, in the ground. No, we didn't. It's 7-3. How you know?
10.
Because you just checked the score.
Wait, 10-3 on what game?
Your leader has a TV and a satellite dish in the tent.
A satellite dish in a tent?
A TV and a satellite dish.
Satellite. Direct TV? Man. ESPN app? See, when y'all get older, y'all can get stuff like that. You know, yeah, save y'all money. Sell some popcorn.
That's a good one.
Good evening, everybody. I said good evening, everybody. That's awesome. All right, can I get everybody to be real quiet real quick? I'm going to do a test out here because sometimes there's a really good echo off these trees. So hold on one second. Echo!
Whoa.
Hold on, I got to try it. I don't know what this is. Echo!
It's like all over, man. It's like my belt. It's like all over. Huh.
I'm super awesome!
I didn't get it. See, y'all were supposed to be quiet, and this is what you'd have heard. Just do that one more time.
So awesome!
Let's quit and go home. Watch. Everybody right here, everybody just be quiet real quick. Because you can't hear the skit if you participate. So, y'all, yes, everybody be quiet. All right, try that one more time, Matt.
All right, one more time. Remember, don't say anything. Echo! So this is how all the skits are gonna go. If we don't say anything, or if we don't hear the punchline to the skit, then they're gonna walk off, and we're gonna be confused.
I know you're not a parent yet, but this is what kids will do. You have this thing called patience, and they will test it.
Can you tell them?
Man, look, I'm just lightheaded right now. I don't know. Whoa!
I got it on
I
camera.
wanted to thank everybody for being here today. You guys are awesome and patient, and I'm enjoying it. I just wanted to reiterate, you guys, please be courteous to your neighbors. I've heard a couple complaints. I just want y'all, we're trying to teach courtesy here, so please be courteous. Set the example, adults and youth, for your siblings and your children and everybody here. Just set the examples. Please be courteous. All right, and that means that while our scouts are up here presenting their skits and their songs and their jokes, we need you guys to stay quiet so that you can hear them. Otherwise, you won't hear the punchline, which was, I'm so awesome! It's proven with that. So you guys got to be quiet.
Is that thunder and lightning in the distance?
Those are kids that probably didn't do very well on their conduct grading class.
Oh.
So to start us off, we have Pack 456 Tigers Den, who would like to come up and give us a skit.
I gotta pause them for 1 second. Jason, come up here real quick. I gotta show you something, Matt. Hurry up! Don't run though. Don't run. Nobody run.
Don't run up on the stage. It is slippery.
You've seen this before, right? You've seen it. This is what'll happen when Cub Scouts come up to the stage. And they'll be kind of whispering to each other. What they don't know is there's a whole extra 10 feet of the stage up here. So if you guys come up, you don't have to worry about the wall. Your mom, can still take a picture from her seat It does hold up itself. Don't do that. So guys, there's a whole big section of stage. It's like 10 by 20. So don't be afraid to come up to the front. You know, everybody can see you. Just don't fall off because there's a kid. You see him? Sir, Mr. Matt. He fell like what, 2 weeks ago? The first weekend? 2?
There's in summer camp.
Really? What rank are you now, Jimmy? Still a wolf. Okay. We drop him some food every now and again. We give him some acorns. Here we go. Yeah. There we go. There we go. All right. Bye, buddy. See you next week.
And so the way this is going to go, he's going to say something silly. I'm going to be the straight man here and be called on it. We're going to have the Tigers come up, and then
It's
next
just
on
a
the
joke,
list, we're
so
going to have
people won't fall.
167. So you're next on deck. So the Tigers are first, and 167. When 167 goes up, I'll announce who's next on deck. That means come to the back of the wall. You're going to come up the steps. Don't jump up here. Do not jump up onto the stage because it is slippery.
Hey, let's get when you come up for a skit, when Matt calls you up, come on this side, on your left, and that way you can exit on the right, but you guys just stay right there. It's okay. So we'll come in on this side and we'll exit over there. And just be careful when you walk around the wall because it drops about 10 feet.
Yeah.
Bombs away.
20.
20?
5. There's cliffs here at Mountain Bayou Lake. Used to be. Echo.
Echo!
Oh, give a round of applause for the Tigers from Pack 456.
We're next, I'm pretty sure. Oh, what they doing? What they gonna do, right?
Hey guys, what y'all doing? Can I sit?
Yeah.
Okay.
Hey guys, what are you doing?
I'm sitting on the visible bed. Yes, you can sit.
Hey, what y'all doing?
We're sitting on the visible bed.
I moved it over there.
Justin, you worked for the Boy Scouts, and you could have, you know, it was good. Like the shirt.
The infantry's coming! The infantry's coming! The infantry's coming! The infantry's coming!
To reiterate, the infantry is coming. This is still slippery.
Or when the infantry shows up, we got a booby trap for them.
All right, next up, we're going to have Pack 457 on deck. Give a round of applause for Pack 167.
Okay.
What did Asia say to North America when playing baseball? Europe.
Oh, that's a good one.
What's a magician's favorite snack?
I don't know.
Tricks. What do you call a cow that has no legs? Man, you got me.
Ground meat. Cow with no legs, ground meat.
Oh.
Bye.
Hey, Matt, I got a joke for you.
Yeah?
So, if you were a horse, what would the people who live next to you be called?
I don't know.
The neighbors.
I got it.
Neighbors. That's funny.
There were two fish in a tank. And one looked at the other and said, hey, who's driving this thing? 457. Next up, the Lions from 456.
Neighbors.
457. Come on up.
Shut it.
You don't need it?
Here we go. Take away one. There you go.
What are you doing? I'm throwing up.
Oh, I feel bad. He's throwing a boy up in the air, right?
I'm trying to think of something.
I can tell a story, but I kind of want to tell my story in a minute because I love that story. All right, so are Lions ready back there? Because next up after this, we actually have a Boy Scout troop who wants to come up, and that is 27. Whoa!
What'd he say?
Cheap entertainment, man.
Are you a bird?
Cheap, no, cheap. I'm a chicken. A chick. Wait, who's lying?
Oh, we got this.
Stage fright? Yeah. I'm a lion.
Give a round of applause for the Lion from Tech 456.
Look, come on, we'll come with you. Come on.
Oh, we got you.
No.
Are you a Raging Cajun fan? Oh.
Her dad is.
Ready? Go.
Lion and you know, show your roar. Lion and you know, show your roar.
Yes, girl!
We give instructions and the adults don't follow instructions.
It's true, especially the adults that work for the council.
Yeah, well, one's a volunteer.
One's a, was that the commissioner, huh?
He's like, I think it says executive behind his name. Director.
Mr. Director, Executive, Premier.
Wait, just because you're a director doesn't mean you can follow directions. Don't run! Yeah. What?
All right.
The physical therapist's gonna be thanking you.
Next on deck. Pack 451. Give a round of applause for Troop 271.
Okay.
Hurry up, Charlie!
Captain!
What?
5 ships coming!
Get my red plants so they don't see me bleed. Victory!
Captain!
What?
10 ships coming!
Get my red pants so they don't see me bleed.
Captain!
What?
40 ships coming!
Get my brown pants.
So he doesn't show himself.
Low budget talent, Matt. Low budget
I
talent.
really enjoyed that one. You know, they told everybody no body functions. We'll see how the rest of these skits go.
Well, by the way, it's 13-3 LSU's up.
Jason, what are you doing? I was just leaving.
Believe me, Jason. Believe me.
You believe me?
Y'all are tearing me up. I believe I said pack 451's coming up, and then pack 167, I think I already did, you guys, right? Yep. Alright, and then after, hold on, calm down, pack 12 is going to come up with their skit afterwards, so go around there. Alright, so, without further ado, pack 451.
I'll
That's
totally,
a pack? That looks like a kid from Troopy.
I'll totally
One's
be on
the
the
lone
stage
scout.
dancing just to see my shadow.
Oh, okay, I'm sorry. Scoot up. There's a stage over there, Mr. Cooper.
What is this flashlight?
Hush.
Lemonade for 5 cents. Thank you. Yummy lemonade. Lemonade for 5 cents. Good.
Just throw it in. Oh.
Yummy lemonade. 5 cents. Thank you. Lemonade for 5 cents. Good lemonade.
Good lemon.
Lemonade for 5 cents. Go. Yum. Lemonade. It came from lemons. Come here, lemons.
I think they're having a good time. If you disapprove, what? Watch out!
The infantry's coming! The infantry's coming!
And all the adults are questioning why we really wanted your health form.
Right.
Oh,
It's not in case the kids get hurt and mom has a heart attack. It's in case they fall off the stage. Right.
Close to the kneecap.
Right.
So next up, pack 12, followed by pack 6. So, oh wait, no. Yeah, pack 12. Pack
Oh,
6
this
is
bitch
coming
is
up
hurting my
next.
butt.
So pack 12, give a round of applause.
Is this a commercial for you guys to remember to floss your teeth?
They're trying so hard not to run.
I know. Hurry, but don't run.
Kinky.
All right. Give it up for pack 6.
I didn't bring any pants.
I'm ready for a dodo.
I didn't bring any pants. Except pajama pants. That's about it.
You're wearing them tomorrow. Like you're 47.
Jesus.
It's a bit loud.
Oh no! That was the worst of the night. The temple is came.
I didn't bring a jacket. I'm not sharing my blanket. What?
Wow.
He's safe.
We used that one already. They stole ours from the other year. That's what we had last year.
Hey Matt, so check this out. This is a joke for you. Just
Something about
found this
Georgia
one.
again.
No, has nothing to do with Georgia. Yeah. So, 3 racehorses waiting for the big race. They were trying to psych each other out and they began bragging. So the first horse says, I've been in 38 races and I've only lost twice. The second horse said, well, I've been in 47 races and I've never lost. So the third horse says, I've never lost either and I even beat Secretariat twice. Just then they heard a chuckle by the stable door and there was a greyhound dog walking up to them. The greyhound said, that's nothing. I've been in over 200 races and I've won every one by at least 3 lengths. So the first horse looks and says, wow, that's amazing. That's a talking dog.
I didn't get it.
Yes.
I'm telling you, the infantry is coming.
They're coming.
They're coming, infantry.
Oh no!
Oh my god.
You see what happens when you stay in Boy Scouts too long? Yeah. So stay in Scouts. Yeah, stay in Scouts.
Yoga Tavares, everybody.
That's right.
All right. In a minute, we're going to have our last skit, and that is pack 456 as a full pack. It sounded like, right? All right. But first, I really love telling stories. If you didn't know, I love talking. And so, yeah.
If we've asked you to come up to help with a special ceremony, please come around to
Ceremonial
the...
team, if you guys will go around that way, and then pack 456 around that way.
Now, I think I've heard this a couple of times, and I enjoy it. You like it? So you guys listen up.
You may
Mr.
have
Matt's
heard
got a
me
good
tell
one.
it before, but I really love it, and it really sticks to my policies. So you see the bunch of little boy, and you have to get into an accent for this because it happened in Bavaria, which is a country very far away. Many of you probably have not taken social studies, don't know where Bavaria is. But either way, there once was a little boy, and his name was Odie. And Odie was a very peculiar little boy, and one day he was sitting in front of the fire right over here, just like this, reading funny papers. Many of you would call those comic strips memes. So he was sitting in front of the fire, reading his funny papers, and he heard a creak of the door, and the door shut kind of abruptly, and his father was in the room. And his father looked down at him, and he looked up at his father, and he said, yes, father, can I help you? And his father looked quite angry. And he said, now, Odie, I'm going to ask you one question, and I need you to answer me honestly. And he said, why, yes, father, what is it? And he said, now, little Odie, did you push the outhouse over the hill? When little Odie looked up, aghast, and he said, why no, father, why would I ever want to push the outhouse over the hill? Who would do such a funny, silly thing like that, pushing the outhouse over the hill? And at which point Odie's father picked him up, and he put him into his lap, much like many fathers will do when they tell their son a story, and he said, now, Odie, I would like to tell you a story. And Odie looked at him. Now you see, there once was a little boy named George Washington. Many of you might have heard of George Washington. He was the first president of the United States. Take American history, you will learn about the George Washington. And you see, George Washington was a peculiar little boy, mischievous in many ways, just like little Odie. And he was out in his yard, and then he came home, and he was reading his funny papers in front of the fire too. And Georgie Washington's father came into the room, and he said, now Georgie, I have one question to ask you. Did you chop down the cherry tree in the yard? And Georgie looked up at his father, and he said, why yes, father, I cannot tell you a lie. I did chop down the cherry tree. For what? I don't know. I'm a little boy. I like hitting things with sticks. I like cutting things down. It's just what we do. And he said, this is true. And he picked him up and he put him in his lap and he said, now, Georgie, I'm not going to punish you because you were honest with me, and I appreciate that. Honesty is the best policy. Now, little Odie, this is little Odie's father, he says, now turning back. I'm going to ask you one more time. Did you push the outhouse over the hill? At which point Odie said, oh, yes, father, I did push the outhouse over the hill. I am so terribly sorry. At which point Odie's father picked him up and started spanking him and spanking him and spanking him. And Odie cried. He said, father, why? I told you the truth, just like Georgie Washington. He said, yes, Odie, you did tell me the truth. However, there was one point that you missed. Georgie Washington's father was not in the cherry tree.
I got a whole little lineup. Is there a lot of people back there? There's some people.
I think it's pack 465?
456.
56. I never get their numbers right.
456.
I'm just playing.
And they're consecutive, you know, 4, 5, 6.
Give them 4, 5, 6.
Let's look for some ferocious animals. That's just a lion. That's just a tiger. That's just a wolf. That's just a bear. That's a girl. Ah, run!
I think it's what's making it funnier is that they're running slowly.
They try not to run, but they want to run.
Oh, I just caught a chill.
I think that skit used to work when there were no girls in Cub Scouts, but now that we got girls in Cub Scouts, makes that one a little interesting.
That skit's dead.
Yep. But you know what? It's awesome to see so many girls out here with their brothers, or by themselves.
It's been a really fun weekend.
It has.
It was actually nice seeing girls play with boys.
Last weekend, it's not the girls that are like, look at my fingernails.
Oh no, I had a girl in the smash ball pit she was beating them.
Yeah. You should see if my daughter was here, it'd be the same thing. Them boys would be on the outside of the smash ball pit. She's scary.